we have received something pretty awesome. We have been working hard to getting our power here. You know, we are completely off grid, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. This is a pretty big system. We are absolute amateurs with this. So if you have ever considered getting solar, ever considered going off grid, or maybe you're going to be on the grid with solar backup, and you want to know what it's going to be like, well, we may be the perfect example because we have no experience. So let's take a look at it right now. If you remember, I kind of alluded to in one of the last videos, I alluded to us getting this bad boy right here, a shed. We got that shed put in here, installed. We bought it used, got it for a pretty good deal. Didn't really have the time to go build one. Honestly, I bought it for probably what the materials were going to cost, so we decided to do that. What we got here, these are not mini coffins. These are, believe it or not, our power wall. So the idea was, what do we go with? Well, honestly, I've been using YouTube like a lot of you guys do. And there are some excellent people that I've really been following. EG4, that's what I settled for. I went with EG4 and I got it from SignatureSolar. And they just delivered this today. The reason why I'm so happy we put it in a shed, let me tell you. So these right here, this is their newest power wall. Now I'm going to show you that real quick here. This is exactly how it came. And they are about 300 pounds each. You can barely move them. So I had to use my tractor and take them. They were actually stacked on top of one another. I could not imagine trying to get this through the building here. Anyway, let me show you this right here. So what we got here is they gave us our DC line, our wire. We have a bunch of other attachments where we're going to attach this to the roof for our solar panels. And I'm going to take you guys through all of this. This is our 18K. It's the newest model that I think EG4 has when it comes to the power wall and this 18K. And we're going to go through it, but I got it all in this building ready to go. And you can see it's just a bare shed. And we have 24-inch center studs here. We have 16-inch center studs here. And the reason why I say that is I'm going to insulate the building. Now, with the EG4 power wall, one thing is you don't have to insulate really anything because it's got heaters inside, so you don't have to worry about freezing. I decided to put it in a conditioned space. They are weatherproof. This little building, 10 by 12, and in this little building, we are going to have here, we're going to have not only our power, but we're going to have our tank pump, pressure tank, and our filter system in this one building. Anyway, we're going to insulate this building. I'm going to use a cement board on the walls here, and then we're going to basically affix it. And I think what we're going to do is I'm going to put my 18K right against this wall here. You really want to make sure that you have the height so you can look at the screen. There's an LCD screen on there. And then the power walls are going to, I think, fit perfectly right against the wall. And one last thing, let me take you for a look at these solar panels. All right, so what you see is a whole skid here of Canadian Solar. There are 30 400-watt panels in there, and there are another 10 400-watt panels here. One thing that I will tell you when you're looking at this stuff online and you don't realize, this is one panel. They're big. I mean, they're pretty big. They're pretty thin though. So the thing is, we have to get these up there. Now, SignatureSolar did a great thing. They really did walk us through it, gave me all the brackets, all the wire, even the tools if I needed them. Was it economical to go through them? I think so. I kind of have one person to call if I have an issue. This is something that is probably more challenging for me. Mechanically, building, I could do all of that. But doing electrical like this, and I could do electrical, regular AC 120 volt, 240 volt, no big deal. When we're talking about DC current coming off panels, going into inverters, converting to 120 or 240 two-phase, I am not very good with that in the sense of understanding, well, how many panels can you feed at on one array? Thanks to SignatureSolar and the guys there, they really helped me figure out that I can use on this 18K, for example, I can put 10 solar panels. So we're going to have 4 arrays, in other words, 4 sets of 10 panels each. If you're considering it, my first recommendation is going to be get on YouTube, do your research. When it comes to solar, panels are important, batteries are everything, but batteries is where the money's made for them, meaning the cost is in those batteries. That's where the dollars are. But we're going to be getting going real shortly. But basically what we got here is you have a bracket. This bracket fixes to the wall that these batteries right here hook onto. They hook on right here and down over here. Okay, so here are the batteries here. This is one of the EG4 Pro Powerwall batteries. As I said, it's about 300 pounds and it has this bracket. This bracket is attached when you get it out of the box. Before you install, you're going to want to remove these side grades that are on here. Now, this is something they don't tell you in the instructions, but they have these little thumb screws to get these off, okay? Well, you use the thumb screws, it takes the top off, but it's still stuck on there. The reason is it's got 4 little screws, and you can see it here in the bottom plate. They're right here. 1, 2, if you can see that, 1, 3, 4, and they're real tiny. It's a small Phillips, and they got to come all out, all 4 of them. Then you could, after you unscrew this, you could take that top grate off there to get access to your terminals. This is where the terminals are. This is where the communication ports are for your battery, as well as your breaker, your battery breaker that turns the unit on and off. And this is the positive side on the, looking at it on the right. And then you have your negative side leads on the left. You also have a LCD screen and an on switch here. They actually have integrated handles inside, so it's definitely great to get it off before you put it on. Now, the next thing is they're supposed to be spaced at a minimum of 12 inches from one another. So if you don't have the 2x4s in the wall to bolt this up, now I want to just clarify. You're not carrying 300 pounds on this. These brackets really are made to be sitting low enough. They're at 27 1/4 inches to these mounting holes. Not the mounting holes to the wall, the mounting holes that go to the unit here. Now, if you notice, I did put a cement board back here. I have it insulated behind here. Now, the idea is, how do you get this up? Because there's a lip in here. This fits on this. You got to lift this up at 300 pounds. Well, the best way to do it, I have found, is to use a hand truck, a dolly, and you basically tuck the bottom in and then lift up and push the top of this into the wall. The best thing to do is mark the center on the box, okay? This is 10 1/4 inches. You can measure it yourself, and then I line that center mark with the center of my wall, which is here. So I know that these right here, this one is going to fit perfectly there. Once it's in, as you can see with this one, there it is. It is in. It ain't going nowhere. So anyway, that's the mounting of the batteries. The mounting of the K is a little different. You have some support straps that come from the bottom. They go all the way up. They cross in the back. I didn't show that. One last thing I wanted to mention to you. As I was working on it, I realized, you know what? Let me just talk about this outdoor conduit box that comes with it. I purchased them. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so here is the outdoor conduit box. You buy them separately. I got them because I thought it would be a great way to keep everything real neat. This box, when you get it, it's got a bottom. This is the bottom that's open, and then the rest of it is closed up. The opening sits directly on top of the EG4 Powerwall. So you take the 4 screws. There are 4 screws in the top of the battery. You can kind of see them here. 4 screws on top of the battery. You unbolt them, take them off, put the box in place, then reattach them, and that's how it works. The cables that come with the battery, here they are, they're 2-watt cables, and then these, of course, will attach right into your connections right here. Again, you have on the right the positive, and on the left you have the negative side of the battery. You also have an area for a ground right in here. So it comes with a lot of the connections for piping, for conduit piping that you can put in here. Yeah, so this is kind of how it works. Anyway, wanted to show you that. Hope you kind of enjoyed this and it can help you out when you set these things up, but that's kind of the way it works. Have a great day.